Match day 4 complete. And how many teams do we have so far unbeaten?
Only around 4, I think.
Manchester City,
Brighton,
100%.
Yes.
Brighton, Arsenal, and did not have Nottingham Forest.
Newcastle. Is it Newcastle?
Maybe.
No,
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest. I think.
Alan, please check for us the 4th team which is unbeaten in the Premier League. As we continue, maybe you let us know. So quick review. Early kickoff, where Remo told me not to ogopa early kickoff with Man United up against Soton, and they beat Soton 3-0. A clean sheet for Andre Onana, who saved a penalty. Wonders shall never.
I said it here that he's going to keep a clean sheet.
Yep.
We like taking advantage of those games.
Yeah. When you meet your level.
Garnacho spoiled my correct score, man. I had 2-0 for Manchester United, but
I was prepared. Actually, I had already prepared the video. I was just editing.
Yeah.
I was just trying to cut that part you had predicted 2-0. Unfortunately,
it is what it is.
A wonderful goal, thumping.
Yeah, not a very good performance from that, but it was good to bounce back and win, especially with a clean sheet. It gives more confidence to the team. We'll be looking at who they are playing this weekend and see how it goes.
And Liverpool under Ancelotti. It just took like 4 days after Remo said he is not yet convinced by the performance of Liverpool, and maybe Liverpool are too hot to handle because of the new manager Ancelotti. And of course, against Forest, things were tough. 1-0 to Nottingham, and Liverpool tasted their first defeat, not only a defeat, but at Anfield.
Yeah, I said it here that I'm not gonna get carried away by the first 3 wins, and it happened. Nottingham showed that anyone can win against Liverpool now, and especially now that it's Anfield, a place where Liverpool haven't been losing quite for a long time. I think Van Dijk has lost like 3 games, I think, in the Premier League, and it's just like easy to see that Liverpool, it's now a turnaround. And I'm not saying that they're going to be losing, but it's now a turnaround of events where they're going to be asking themselves what went wrong, and this could bring a bit of performance issues, especially in the games they're playing, and we will see who they play next, because I believe I got news for you.
Brace for Haaland over the weekend, and of course our top scorer with 9 goals. Right, and that means Manchester City have 32 games unbeaten at home, level with Arsenal, which during the what do you call it, the Invincibles. Arsenal went 32 matches, and I think the highest team is Liverpool, Chelsea with around 86 matches.
Yeah, under Mourinho.
Under Jose Mourinho. What do you think? Haaland keeps on scoring, man.
I told you we can't keep up with the goals that he's scoring. He started the season so well, and it's just unbelievable, because if you put yourself as a player, why are you a player? Probably. If you put yourself in that kind of environment where you need to produce goals like he's doing, it's quite hard to replicate what he's doing. He's just unbelievable. I mean, he's a robot, and he's making this league look like a farmers league, and I'm afraid we are heading there, because if he continues that way, then it's going to be trouble for other teams, and it's not good to see. So for him, a goal machine, and he's just unbelievable, and an unbelievable form.
2 games in a row leading by 2 goals and giving up on the lead. That is Everton, what did over the weekend, a replica of what we saw last weekend, but one they led 2-0 against Aston Villa, and Villa came back to win 3-2.
Yeah, Aston Villa is not a team that we should sleep on. They keep on winning. They just lost 1 game to Arsenal. The rest of the games they've won, and it's not a team that we should ignore, because they are so good now, and especially they have good players even on the bench, like Duran. And Duran is he came on and he scored a wonderful goal, and it's just good to see for Aston Villa. We'll see how they'll be able to perform. Of course, they are in the Champions League. They have also won 3-0 in the Champions League recently, and it's going to be interesting to see who they play this weekend. Right,
15 goals in Arsenal kit. That's Gabriel, who netted the winner against the Tottenham Hotspur, and of course, once again they proved North London is red. This is a record which was set by Mikel Arteta. He is the first manager to win 3 away matches at Tottenham. Not even Arsene Wenger who did that.
Oops. Okay, I don't have any comments on this one because I had predicted Arsenal to lose or draw in this game in our preview. So maybe how do you think? What do you think about the performance of Arsenal or Tottenham or the game, how it went?
Tottenham is hot and cold. We knew that before the match. And remember Arsenal, there was no Merino, there was no Odegaard, there was no Rice, no Calafiori, no Zinchenko. Many players missing, but still Arsenal managed to win this match. I would say it was a massive blow losing, not having Declan Rice and also Martin Odegaard. But truth be told, Jorginho and Thomas Partey at the midfield, they did wonders.
They did the job.
They got the job done, and the creative man, who is a winger, who played Odegaard's role by the name, of course, your guy. That's your super sub. I'm talking about Leandro Trossard. And they got the job done. Arsenal won it on set piece. David Raya also doing some good saves for the Gunners. Now we understand why Mikel Arteta opted to ship out Aaron Ramsdale for Raya. Now, I think it's a confidence boost for the Gunners, especially now they're going away to Manchester City. That's something which we're going to be discussing later on. But then again, yeah, Arsenal did an amazing job because I looked at their bench, there was nothing. What I would say for Tottenham, Ange has no plan B. Completely, he doesn't have plan B. Maybe when Mikel Arteta said there is possibility that Odegaard could play, he prepared his team to meet Odegaard. To his surprise, he saw somebody different, and that means it's a change of tactic, which needs to be adapted immediately. Unfortunately, he did not. It is a win, 3 points for the Gunners, which is good, and it means they're still unbeaten, number 2 on standing. We'll see what happens over the weekend. One of the biggest matches approaching. Now, anything else you want to say before?
Of course, you haven't talked about Chelsea. I'll give you that opportunity to say they won 1-0 against Bournemouth away from home at a stadium, which is not very easy to pick all the points, especially if you are Chelsea. So, what do you think about this?
Once again, Chelsea failed to get the goals we expected. They scored a lot of goals previous match, but with this one, they couldn't. Bournemouth came so close actually to taking the lead. Unfortunately, Sanchez saved a penalty, so that means he was so close to conceding. Then once again, Maresca needs to have his game so well, because at the end of the day, you need to have a team which can adapt to any style of play. But right now, Chelsea appeared kind of lost in the midfield, and also with the attack, it wasn't as sharp as we saw against Wolves. I think it's good to collect such point. 3 points away gives you boost confidence ahead of the weekend. You're gonna see who will be up against.
But what do you think about Sancho so far? A debut came on.
A debut, yes.
A good cameo with grabbed an assist. Is he able to start, or is he a squad player?
Not yet. I wouldn't give him a start. Maybe I'll do it maybe after, let's say, 3 games. When Chelsea signed Sancho, the style of play for Sancho and Chelsea kind of they have some good relation, and I feel the style of play favors Sancho, so expect Sancho to be a hit for Chelsea during this period. He is on loan, right?
He's on loan, but with obligation to buy. Meaning, at the end of the day, it's like
if things go well, they might sign him on permanent. The problem with Chelsea is Maresca keeps on rotating. But the way I saw Sancho, those minutes he came on, I expect him to continue doing well. And with time, trust you me, he might nail a position, a starting role at Chelsea. If so, then the key rotations and stuff, we saw Mudryk do the same. That's the same way Mudryk started, but unfortunately, we could see where we can now see where he is right now.
All right.
Right. Yes, now we can go straight to match day 5. The first match, of course, will be now Chelsea. It is a London derby. They'll be up against Westham at London Stadium.
London derbies always come with the drama that comes with especially Chelsea, and Chelsea are playing away from home, right?
Yes.
I think the last time Chelsea won against West Ham at West Ham Stadium is 2021, if I'm not wrong. And it shows like it's not an easy place to go, especially as a derby, you know. So in the last time, Chelsea, like in the previous game, we saw Chelsea win 1-0 against Bournemouth, and I believe this game is going to have a number of goals as well. This is okay, like it's going to be a different kind of game compared to the Bournemouth one. We will see West Ham scoring. We'll also see Chelsea scoring. And if I just check here, I can see West Ham lost to Man City and they drew against Fulham in the last 2 games, which is not a very good performance for them. But I can see them scoring. I can see Chelsea scoring. And if Chelsea play well in this one, especially if they get it right in the midfield, and then of course with the substitutes, like how he did with Sancho, coming on and rescuing or winning all the points at Vitality in the previous game, I can see them also winning this game. And I'm going for 1-3. Chelsea will score 3, West Ham 1, so I'm going for a 3-1 win for Chelsea.
Right. By the look and the way Chelsea are playing, let's say they've become unlucky in front of the goal. They are creating chances. They have good attack, not perfect attack, but they have attack which is creating chances, missing them, and while converting others. And West Ham have not been so good this season. They didn't start like the West Ham we saw last season, trying to play some tough matches against big teams. Now I see Chelsea winning this match, and I'm gonna give them a close one. Of course, no clean sheet for Chelsea, but I'm giving them a 2-1 victory against West Ham United.
Very possible.
Yes. The next match we'll see Liverpool now, still at home against AFC Bournemouth.
Oof, another good game to watch, because I believe this is another time for Liverpool. These are 2 teams which are wounded now. Bournemouth, of course, are the underdog in this one. They lost to Chelsea, and now they're coming away to Liverpool, which is a tough time for them. A wounded Liverpool is not a team that you want to play sometimes. When they start scoring, they will hit you hard. They will show you a lot of bad things, especially at Anfield. So if we look at the previous game they played, Liverpool, they won against AC Milan, the recent one. 3-1, a very good comeback. And I see them also winning in this one. So I think there is a chance they can keep a clean sheet in this one. And if I have to predict with a correct score, I'm going for Liverpool to bounce back and win with at least 3 goals. Could be 3 or 4. And I'm going to go for a 4-0 kind of victory against Bournemouth. How about you?
Wow, I don't see Liverpool scoring those a lot of goals against FC Bournemouth. Of course, they're going to bounce back. Slot knows he did not mistake, because Liverpool did everything, but luck wasn't on their side. So with this match, I feel West Ham United, I feel FC Bournemouth will score at Anfield. Strangely, they will score. We saw Liverpool exposed again in the midweek against AC Milan. They conceded so early, but of course they bounced back. There is a possibility of FC Bournemouth scoring once again and to score the first team, with Liverpool coming back to win a 2-1 victory at Anfield.
A close one? Yeah.
Yes.
Could be.
Then later on at around 7:30 p.m. East African time, we will see. I skipped Tottenham versus Brentford. Want to talk?
Yep, of course. It is the same time, that game, which means you've not skipped it. But it's a game which Tottenham will be looking forward to. Another fixture at home, and I don't know how Premier League have arranged these fixtures, because it looks like you play away twice and then you come home. Have you noticed? Because
yes.
Speaking of, let's say Chelsea, they were away, they are away. Liverpool are home, still home. Man City are home,
still home. Arsenal away.
Exactly. So I don't know where this arrangement is coming from, but it looks like it is what it is. And this is a chance for Tottenham to bounce back, but Tottenham is not a team which convinced me in terms of keeping clean sheets or defending so well. And Brentford have a team which can score goals, by the way. And we saw what Vista did in the previous game against Man City, and they also have Mbeumo. And I feel like it's going to be a goals gallo. Tottenham scoring, Brentford scoring. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for Tottenham. How about you?
Tough one. Like you said, Tottenham are not so good going forward. Like we saw, they have good attack, but they're not capitalizing. We saw it over the weekend against Arsenal. Meanwhile, Brentford came so close to rescuing a draw at Etihad. Of course, they're going to score, like you said, and I'm going to give them Goals gala, like you said. 3-2 win for Tottenham.
Still possible.
Yes.
I don't see a clean sheet there.
Then we go to Crystal Palace up against Man United.
Whew. I was just checking here, and the last time Manchester United won at Crystal Palace is quite some while, and it's a difficult game for us. We're coming into this game as a team which has picked up a bit of confidence, keeping 2 clean sheets in a row. Of course, in the local football, in Carabao Cup and the Premier League against Southampton. I wouldn't really bank that performance to be like the best, because it is Southampton. It's just a team that has come from the Championship, and I can't judge my team on that performance. But what it is it adds confidence when you win games like those with a clean sheet. Onana right now probably has more confidence than he ever had. So coming into this game, Palace on the other hand also are not on a good run, and it's going to be difficult. I tend to believe for Manchester United right now, midfield is where the problem is, and it has always been. But now we have Ugarte, who can come in, do the tackles and do the running. We also have Eriksen, who has done well in the previous 2 games, and I believe he is our boogie player. I don't know how I can call him or can describe him. He's a player who can unlock a lot in that team, and there's a chance he can put some of our players on the bench. And yeah, speaking of the prediction, I believe Crystal Palace might get on the score sheet on this one. We are not going to keep a clean sheet against Crystal Palace. It's been a while since we did that. And for Manchester United, depends on how many goals we will be able to score. They also a positive for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford is back on their score sheet. And I think he can also grab one on this one. So if we play so well in this one, there's a chance of us edging Crystal Palace. If we play poorly, we will be defeated. And there's also a chance of this game ending in a draw. But being a Man United fan, I believe we can go there and pick all the points. And I'm going to go for a close one. A struggling 2-1 victory for Manchester United.
Well, close it can get, because Man United are not playing that beautiful football. They just got 3 points, ugly ones, over the weekend. And trust you me, if by any chance Tottenham could have scored, could have completely changed the picture. Let's say somehow I saw Martinez struggling. I think he got a knock. Any news?
Yeah, but he's okay. He's okay. It's just, was it a cramp or something? But right. Yeah, there is so many fixtures, and the manager is trying to manage the squad properly. So he was on the bench, I think, against in the midweek. So he'll play. He'll be fit to play.
Right. If he does, then let me say that Onana has been carrying United at his back every time, making some saves. Of course, people will say Onana isn't that quality keeper, but he has done some good job. Now, I'm seeing him keeping another clean sheet. United will struggle, but at the end of the day, they'll get the job done with a 2-0 victory. Trust you me.
2-0?
2-0 victory. It is happening.
Unbelievable.
Right. And the last game, which is on Saturday, on Sunday, I mean.
Yeah, Sunday.
It is the Super Sunday with Arsenal traveling all the way from Emirates to Etihad to take on the defending champions Manchester City.
This is the biggest match of the weekend, and it features number 1, and Arsenal is number 2. Okay, I don't care about that, but it's okay.
Nobody pays you to care.
So we will see, because Manchester City are coming into this game with all their players almost available. I don't believe there is anyone for Manchester City. Or
they have 2 actually. They
Injuries.
have Nathan Ake who is out.
Oh yeah, Nathan Ake.
Also Oscar Bob, not
fit.
Not a starter, but he's injured. Like he's not a main.
Oh yeah, the key player for Manchester
for the
City.
Citizens.
Yeah, for Arsenal, I think you can speak for them.
A list of players actually. Alexander Zinchenko is still out. Calafiori resumed training on Wednesday actually, so could be available, and we speak today. Maybe he'll be up again. He'll be available for selection against Atlanta. Rice still not Rice. Rice should be back after suspension, but Martin Odegaard is still out. Saka had a cramp. There is a possibility he'll also start. We have Mikel Merino who has shoulder injury, but the progress is good because he removed the sling, and now the other player is Takehiro Tomiyasu, also out. So that leaves Arsenal with, okay, those are almost left backs.
It looks like the tables are turning around, because I remember last season at a time like now, Manchester City had a number of injuries, I think, and Arsenal were fully fit.
Yeah.
And in this fixture last year, Arsenal took the advantage of that, and they were able to win. But this is a different game, a new season, and let's see how it goes. So let's break it down. In terms of form, of course, Arsenal have drawn 1 of the 4 games they've played. They've had some really difficult fixtures, if I should say. Away to Aston Villa and away to Tottenham. Those are very difficult
Brighton
games.
at home, it was an easy match as well.
Yeah, Brighton at home. And I believe if they were all the 10 or the 11 men in that match, they probably would have won. And that shows you how good it is. And the big test was against Tottenham, of course, because they were missing some players, but they were able to control the game, defend very well, and they ended up nicking in 1 goal, which gave them the full points. And for Manchester City, we can't speak about their form because they are relentless. They keep 100%. On winning. They keep on winning, and especially at Etihad, it's just like a very difficult game. Okay, tactically, I think if I were to speak for Manchester City, I know you will speak for Arsenal. This is a game where Pep would want all his players available, and of course they are, most of them. Maybe aside from Nat Ake, but he has a good squad depth, Pep Guardiola, to replace a defender like Nat Ake. So I think all eyes are going to be on Haaland again to see how he performs against the big team, and KDB doesn't fail to like perform in these kinds of games. So Rodri might start in this one. We haven't spoken about him, yes, but
not so sure if he might start, because he wasn't fit, and coming maybe from injury doesn't look so good. Maybe he comes in the second half, but nobody knows, because I think key factor for Arsenal beating Manchester City last season at Emirates
was him missing. Yeah, but he's available, just that he hasn't really gotten a number of minutes to be able to be in the first team. Well, on the Arsenal side, if I were to say, the injuries they've got, I don't know if Odegaard will be fit by then, because
even if he is fit, I would say no for him not to play, because we've seen many coaches doing this nonsense. For example, a key player for Man United, for example, Bruno Fernandes, he's not fully fit. Now you want to play him against a big team. Let's say they are facing Liverpool, they're facing Man City or Arsenal or Chelsea. You play him, he lasts only for 30 minutes, then he goes for another 1 month. Instead of just giving him that 1 match, then he comes back fully fit.
So where is this game gonna be won for me? I think Manchester City's squad is good enough right now at this point. The form they are in, the way they are playing, they can beat anyone in the world. That's what I mean. And Arsenal is among the teams that are in the world. So I see Arsenal repeating what they did last year, because last year there was so much at stake. They just didn't want to lose the game. This year they still much at stake, because they believe if they pick a point again, it will keep them going, especially if you have played all the games that I've mentioned, Aston Villa, Tottenham, without losing and getting all the points, then at least a point at Etihad will be enough for them. But again, I don't think Pep would allow even that, and that's why for me, I think Manchester City are going to win this game. I can see Arsenal scoring 1. After the whole the defending they'll do, Manchester City will score 2 or 3, but this is a game where you expect it to be very, very, very close. And that's why I think Manchester City will win this one, 2-1.
Tactically, this is a match which I think both teams will be aiming at forwards, because their defense isn't that bad. But when you look at both defense for City and Arsenal, I would say Arsenal's defense much better. But City's attack way better than any other team in the Premier League currently as we speak. And Haaland last season didn't score any goal against Arsenal home and away, losing 1-0 and drawing. It was a goalless draw in the reverse fixture. So I see Saliba and Gabriel needs to be 100% focused, because one thing for sure, Haaland is a scorer. Haaland is a killer. And behind him, he has KDB. Kevin De Bruyne is one of the most creative players. We saw Gundogan also doing his wonders. Depends who will start. We expect Declan Rice to be back in the midfield and also now to partner with Thomas Partey. Not so sure will be playing the CAM role. But anyway, we will see. It is not an easy match. I see both teams scoring. What matters is, can Arsenal defense silence KDB and Haaland the entire 90 minutes? That is the biggest question. Close to what I'll say, could be, I'm seeing very close match. Maybe 1-1 for both teams, 2-1 any side, but an Arsenal fan, I'll pick a 2-1 victory for the Gunners. We wait and see. This is what he did. You can play the video for Tottenham versus Arsenal. Rock, you are here, right? You are available. Anything where we remove laughs.
Tottenham is not Manchester City, bro.
And it's not Manchester.
This is Etihad. Did they say
it's Kasarani Stadium?
It's Etihad.
Exactly.
Whatever you say, what is Kasarani?
You cannot know. you don't know.
Yeah. That is our feature match. And of course, you're looking at us and wondering why the guy in black is telling us Arsenal might win against Man City. Let us know in the comment section, because we believe you have even knowledge that you can help us in this channel. Of course, we are waiting for your prediction. Let us know in the comment section. Moving on to kick tip, of course, we had people playing the correct score predictions for the match day 4, and here are the results. Of course, match day 4, the person with the most points was Pisas. His name is Pisas. I don't know who he is, but he's still climbing up the ladders. He's still number 12 on the ranks. And then number 2, they had 17 points, is Mavhetha. I believe this is a South African guy.
Yeah, he is a brother to Mamalwethe.
Yeah, he has 17 points as well. And then we also have a guy called Vincent. I believe this is Kenyan from Canton Zweni. And he has 17 points. And those are the top 3 for the match day. However, we have the top 5 for the whole points played since match day 1.
We want top 4.
You want top 4?
Yes, top 4.
We go with number 1, Binta Major. This guy still has 67 points up to now. He got 15 in the last match day, but he has 67 overall, which is impressive because number 2 has 54 points. A total of 13 points difference is good to see. And number 2 is Martin. Martin, Vincent's friend, is number 2. I believe he should give you tips for you to be able to.
Yeah, and I'm above you. Who needs more?
And then we have number 3, who's Vincent with 52 points. And then number 4, Mavhetha. And then number 5.
No. We just needed top 4.
Of course,
I just want top 4.
Yeah, so that is the kick tip. We encourage you to keep playing.
Okay.
The link, we will always leave.
Listen, give me top 10. Give me top 10. No, I want to save you.
Top 10 for what?
I want to see you on the list, bro. I want to see you on the list. I want top 10.
All right. We will have the link for the kick tip in the comment section. So remember to check the first comment of this video. Also in the description section, we'll have that link as well. So you can join. Those who are asking how to play, you just click on that link, go to the predictions section, you make those predictions, and we'll be announcing the winners. Of course, always let us know in the comments so that we know who because up to now we still don't know who's Binta Major, which is not so good, because we want to know you. We want you to also even give us the tips for this.
You especially, you need the tips.
Right, so that is it from us for the Premier League match day 4. Remember to hit the like button. Remember to let us know where you're watching from. And my name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.